How do, ladies and gentlemen, and others, it's nostalgia time again. And I'm just checking that I started recording. I did. I'm going back through in a little mini series here on the channel all of my favourite albums from when I was a preteen. Well, not preteen actually, because this came out in 2006, shortly before I turned 15. But it's before. Actually, 2006 probably was the year when I started getting into things like Deftones and Let's Us On Fire, stuff like that, and my music taste shifted. In my memory, it's like a really hard line. Like, I heard Alexis for the first time, and I was like, yeah, fuck everything else. But obviously, that isn't how things work. There will have been a crossover period. And I remember this band, I remember this album being a big part of my taste. I think I kind of jumped off around Dear Agony. I don't think I really bothered with this album that much. And then I haven't really come back for any of the more recent ones. I think the band broke up after this album, probably because it got absolutely shat on by critics, maybe. But yeah, I remember I liked Saturate, and then We Are Not Alone and Phobia were big albums for me. I loved these two. And we're going to listen to Phobia because it's their most well-known album. It's what 3 Days Grace think they do. Well, let's find out, shall we? In the pinned comment of this video, you'll find a 3 Days Grace video over on Ko-fi. Check that out. Nice. Anyway, I'm going to go through this album. I'm going to listen to it track by track. We're going to rate them track by track. We're going to rate the album as a whole. At the end, we're going to have the lyrics on the screen with a little thing behind to make it interesting for you to look at while I'm looking at a blank grey screen. I go through the tracks and rate them here on Album of the Year. And the only other bit of business left to do is to say that if you want to get videos early, you can get this video about a week early. You can also get that 3 Days Grace video about a week early. Over on Ko-fi, there's various tiers, various incentives. Go over there, check it out. There's a fun little community. It's cool. I also do merch. There's a T-Mill store link in the description. I also do t-shirts supporting Transactual, which is a UK-based charity that helps trans people with their human rights, which is very, very necessary here at the moment, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, shilling over. Let's listen to this. I feel like I'm going to remember quite a lot of it because I'm quite good at remembering music, and I listen to this album a lot. But if I just hide my face, in fact, no, I'll just click on this. I don't need to hide my face. If we look at the words, tracks, line. If we look at the track names, Diary of Jane, obviously I remember Breath. I feel like I remember Evil Angel. I feel like I remember Dance with the Devil. Topless, I remember my mum hated this one because of some of the words in it. We'll get there. I remember Unknown Soldier. I don't think I remember the others though. We'll see, won't we? This is a trip down memory lane for me. Hopefully for you too, or maybe not. Maybe this will be new for you. Let's see. The first track, Phobia, just like the one at the end, is just a little intro. So we'll play that into the first song, Diary of Jane. And on here it says single version, 3 minutes 18. 2 seconds cut off. That's unacceptable. What's this version got? Also 3:18. Not good enough, is it? Not good enough. Anyway, let's listen to it. I remember this. I have done that same effect in music of my own. Oh, I remember this so clearly. I had this on CD, and I had my little Walkman with a little clip, so it had clipped to my pocket. My little wired headphones. Don't be a dickhead. If you can hear that noise, that's my wireless receiver for the mouse and keyboard unplugging and plugging itself. I wonder if this did have lyrics for whatever that voiceover thing's saying. I want the actual album, mate, not the... Too late, we're into Diary of Jane. Oh, this isn't it either. Digital box set. Whatever. I feel like everyone my generation who is even remotely interested in rock or music generally will at the very least recognise this song. The consensus for that intro is a 77. I think as the instrumental intros go, I think it's great. I think it's an 80. No, I can't scream. I can't scream better than Ben, but Ben can't scream very well either. I especially can't scream when I can't hear myself. I should maybe turn it down so I can hear what I'm saying. So I thought that music should always be turned up to 11. Yes, I will be deaf when I'm an old man, but who cares? This chorus works so well. I remember being little, I loved how he went, place! Like, really hits that P. Like, he's not really saying the word place. He's saying, and then learning the word lace. Place! Really solid guitar work as well. Yeah, man. Pretty much perfect, innit? For what it is. Not perfect for all music. Yesterday, I recorded a video that you may very well never see. I'll talk about that more in a minute. But that had a song in it that is almost literal musical perfection. This isn't musical perfection, but for what it is, a 2000s butt rock song, it's about as good as it can get. It just fades out from there. So, alright, first of all, Phobia, the little intro ditty. The consensus is 77. I'm going to go higher than that because I think, in fact, I'm going to go higher still. Like, as a way to introduce an album, I think that's about as good as you can get. Other than doing like, just a normal song to intro and, as I say in every video, setting the energy, setting the pace, whatever. For a bit more of a conceptual kind of intro track, having a car door open and close and then the music begin and it creeps in through static with that guitar line of doom, 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 really set a mood, and it's just a really good intro track. And the Diary of Jane, do I want to go into the 90s? I don't think I do. I think I'm going to go 88. I think it's fucking brilliant. Like, again, it's not reinventing the wheel. It's not going to blow you. It's not going to, like, I haven't put it into the 90s because it's not going to blow you away if you heard it for the first time just then. But for a rock song, for a mainstream rock song, the verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. Like, I scrolled down as I did that, then I didn't need to, did I? You all know what these things said, because that's what it was. 3 minutes 20. It says 18, but then when you play it, it's 20. Whatever. You know what you're getting. And they did it about as well as they could. The chorus goes off, the verses are good. The bridge is really good and it elevates into that final big chorus. It's about as good as it gets. He says, first track into the album. Yeah, the video I recorded yesterday, by the way, was Purple Rain, the album by Prince. And yeah, Purple Rain, the song, is my favourite ever song. I think it's the best song ever made. And I gave it, spoilers, I gave it a score of 99. I deliberated about giving it 100, but I want to save the 100 for something I've never heard before. I don't want to give 100, my first ever 100, to something that I already love. That was my reasoning. And the reason you may never see that video is because on YouTube, instead of it being claimed for the songs, which just means it can't be monetized, it's been claiming that I have used audio from the film, because Purple Rain's a film as well. So it's just been blocked worldwide. So I've disputed that and said I haven't used audio from the film. If you watch the video, you can see I'm playing the album on Deezer. Like here on these videos, you can see like where my cursor is now. This is a separate screen. If I move up, it doesn't appear here, and if I move down from here, it's a separate screen with Deezer on it, and that's where I'm playing the music from. But we'll just have to see if they unblock it. You may never see that one, which would be sad, because I thought it was quite an interesting video. Never mind. All right, let's hope that this one doesn't get blocked. Did they make a film out of PHOBIA? I hope not. Right. The next song is the one that I remember being my favourite on this album. So we're going the best one, and then my favourite, and then just the rest, who cares? This one's called Breath. Yeah, man. This is one of the early signs for me that I was a drums guy, because all I listen to is the little drum fills throughout this kind of verse structure. No, that was the chorus structure. You know what I meant. Oh. The Hinder video is back up. That one got blocked worldwide for a while too. That Hinder video is back up, and there's a secret Kofi only crossfade video off that. And like they are bands from, you know, tarred with the same brush as Bacon Benjamin, same era, same genre, same sort of fan base. Me as a young man, but this is not comparable with those two. Spoilers for those, I gave them both quite negative reviews. This is so much better. The layering, the guitar work, the drumming, the writing, the structure, all so much better. The dropout to begin the chorus. Spoilers if you haven't heard this before, but the way this line drops out at the beginning for the first chorus, spoilers, but down here it doesn't, and the fact that it did this time adds so much to when it doesn't this time. It's fantastic songwriting. So sacrificial. Those little guitar stings. See? The fact that we just go straight in, it doesn't drop away like last time, it feels huge. And then the big fucking low end comes in. I had no idea that's what I was saying. All these years I had no idea. I thought I was hiding. I never looked up lyrics when I was a kid. Oh, the guitar was so good. The layers. Get the t-shirt. I'm not wearing it today. Fuck yeah. Fucking mouse and keyboard disconnecting again. This is a laptop, so I just use the trackpad. Stop being a dickhead, mate. Come here. Maybe I should set a Kofi goal so I can buy better equipment. That's probably a thing. I need a better camera. And so I keep dipping out of focus. And I just generally need a computer. Anyway, yeah, I think that was even better. I'm going to go 89. I don't want to dip into 90s. 90s for me is like the best music I've heard in my life. Don't think this is quite there. But for what it is, it's so fucking good. And you know what I think? I was thinking it's in the middle of that song, and I didn't want to say it over the song. I want to say it now. I think the fact that so many of their contemporaries have aged like milk actually helps them, because they haven't. Do you know what I mean? It's like... How can I say this in a way that isn't horrible? No, just saying it in a way that's horrible. Imagine you went to your like high school reunion, like 30th reunion. No, 20th, because it's about 20 years ago. Jesus, isn't it? Oh, this album's 19. Anyway, imagine you went to your 20th high school reunion and, you know, you and your friend group, you were all kind of similar attractiveness level when you're in school. But then you get there and, you know, they've all got out of shape and, you know, lost it. And you still look all right. Not great, but all right. You've held it together. By comparison, now you look like Adonis, because they've all fell off so completely, and you're still kind of there or thereabouts. You look even better by comparison, and I think that's how this is. Like Hinder, I genuinely used to enjoy and like listen to that album a lot, and I listened to it again like a couple of weeks ago. Whenever it was I made that video, it's fucking shit. It's so bad. But this that I listened to around the same period, around the same time, this holds up so well. And yeah, is that what Cheerleader Effect is? I can't remember what Cheerleader Effect is, but fuck, this holds up. Did I show you that I wrote 89? There you go. Do you need to see the numbers? I always hide my face. I always do this so you can look, but do you need to? I'm saying it out loud. I don't know. Whatever. The next track is one that I don't remember. It's called You. I remember it. Wait, the only way out is letting your guard down. Nah, fuck. Is that verse 2? Yeah, okay. Would you fuck off? Notify me as shit. Do not disturb. Yeah, I remember this. Clearly. A bit simpler, this one. Like the guitars aren't... There's not as many layers in this one. Ooh, there they are. Well, this is just good. Who's... No. Entertainment Weekly gives a show what they think. 70s from these two is fine. Remy gives it 100, it's not 100. Wait, what is the average? 77. Yeah, some people aren't shit on this. Yeah, fair. Yeah, sweet. I for some reason I thought this was more like what the user score was, so I was about to call people out for shitting on it, but people aren't shitting on it. People are acknowledging that this is fucking good music, and it is. Yeah, drum work. I remember guitar solo. Yeah. Well, not solo. Oh yeah, widen that shit out. That's so good. Like, yeah. This might be better. Never mind aging well compared to the stale milk that is the rest of their genre. This is aged well just on its own. 80 to 81? Oh, would you fucking Giol, lad? I'm gonna fucking punch you in a minute. Right. I think I remember this one. I think it's something goes like, put me to sleep. Something like that. I can't do the higher note. Like, that's as high as my voice goes, honestly. It's horrendous. I can try and squeeze some air out of my face if you want. What's his name style? That fella from Puddle of Mud, but it would be ugly. So let's just leave it, yeah? Yeah, this is aged phenomenally well. I think I might like this more now than I did then, although probably not actually, because I think I used to bum this album like crazy. Evil Angel. Remember this. In fact, I should have done this again. For the rest of the songs, I'll try and remember the opening line. Like, well, I'll listen to the intro. Obviously, if it begins with words, I'm not going to be able to. But I'll listen to the intro and try and find the first line in my head. Dust off the memories. Get the dust off it and see if I can find it. This drumming is... I don't remember the drumming being this good. Like, again, it's not reinventing the wheel or anything. And he's not flaring out like 2 Out of Sleep Token or something, but there's some... The fill, the rhythm and the fills are so fucking clean. Big scream here? There it is. Whoa. I'm a believer, nothing could be worse. All these imaginary friends hiding betrayal, man, sitting in my bedroom listening to this and reading fucking Aragon. Peak childhood. Leave me to die here, help me survive here alone. So speaking of things that I don't think would hold up well, if I read it again as an adult, don't think Aragon would age particularly well. From what I remember, it's just Lord of the Rings, but written by a 15-year-old, which is probably why, as a 15-year-old, I quite liked it. Oh no, that was it. It was Star Wars, but in Lord of the Rings, which is basically Lord of the Rings. Because it's just a hero's journey. Ah! Drop everything away? Yeah. Ban out, something like that. Yeah. Ooh, that's so good. Sorry, just... These headphones are really good. Hence why my voice sounds so weird when I have them on compared to when I don't, because they're really good at noise cancelling. But there's just like a shudder in the building, like there was a really loud bang, like something fell. So I just wanted to listen for a second, see if anything I could hear anything untoward. The front door of this building is really big and heavy, so maybe someone just left it to slam. That might have been all it was. Anyway, this just distracted me from the end of the song, because the ending of that song was fantastic. Like the first chorus was like another 80-ish, but that outro carried that to like an 85 for me. Fuck. I realised, by the way, that I'm below the averages here, but I don't know. I use the number rating system a bit harsher than most people do, I think, or a bit more realistically. But if this isn't your first if this isn't your first time on the channel, you'll know that these are high scores for me. This is so much better than I thought it would be. Until the end, which I think, looking at this, it's one of the lower ones according to the mass unwashed yourselves. Let's see. Until the end. Okay, we're playing the game. Goes ba 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 ba. But what's the first lyric? I feel like there's a lyric that says "I am an asshole, king of the castle," but I don't think that's this song. No. Okay. I'll keep trying. Oh, the swing on that with that fucking snare to pop it, and the snare and the choke on the cymbal. Ah, okay. I think the reason this one's a bit low rated is because this chorus is a bit. Big scream. There we go. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Where's that drumming gone? Or is it only in the second half of the verse? Yeah, it was, second half. So much of it is just in here already. Honestly, I feel like this album's so ingrained in my brain that, like I said before, like dusty memory. I do feel like you could play me the intro, maybe up to as far as like the first vocal line, and then hit pause, and I reckon I can play the entire rest of the song in my head. It's all in there. I might have to put this back to my regular rotation, you know. In fact, I'm definitely going to have to, aren't I? Fuck, man. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, I am so angry. You saw as far as me listen to Until the End, which I gave an 80. The rest of the album, I only dipped below 80 twice. 84s, 85s, 82, another 85, and 84 for the ending. This was one of the best reaction videos I think I've made. It was one of the most fun I've had making a reaction. And the footage corrupted halfway through. And is unsalvageable. I gave the album overall a 90. Whereas contemporaries of age like Milk, this album is a fine wine. I loved it as a teen, and as an adult, I think it's somehow better. Why did I ever stop? That's so annoying. I mean, it's still half an hour. I'm still going to put it on the channel. But that is so disappointing. If anything, like, you know, these things happen. If anything, I'm just glad the entire thing isn't lost. I think I'd made most of the points that I'd made by track 6, really. You know, about how it aged well compared to its contemporaries. I do feel like, you know, the second album, I'm always repeating myself a little. Fuck. That's so annoying, though. But, you know, yeah, these things happen. Can't help it. Well, I can help it, I guess. I don't know if I said this before or after the cut-off, but I did mention, like, mouse and keyboard was going a bit haywire. I need to get better equipment in general. And if you want to help me with that, pop over to the Ko-fi. In fact, shall I set a goal? Can I show you this page without outing anyone's details? I probably can, because I'm kind of sat in the way of the only thing that's outing anything a little bit. Let's go onto my Ko-fi page. Let's set a goal. New laptop is what it already says in here. I'll zoom in so you can see. So I did have a goal before. I misunderstood it. I thought it was a monthly amount. It's not. It's just a target amount generally. So how about new... The keyboard's still working again. I hate it. Right on cue. Oh, fuck yourself then. New equipment. Ah! My stuff is old and crap. Let's get new stuff. How much do you reckon for the lot? What about? Probably about 600 quid, maybe, I think. And then let's work towards that. Alright. Fuck's sake, man. I'm so annoyed. I'm so sorry. I wish it had happened on one of the videos from the last couple of days where towards the end I was losing interest a little bit, but it had to happen on the one where I feel like the energy was great throughout, didn't it? Oh well. Sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing anyone can do about it. It's just a thing that sometimes happens, and we just have to shake it on the chin and keep moving. So for me, worse than Charmaine, And from my channel founder, Trin exists. Until the future, drive safe.